With the Modern Pro Tour happening over this last weekend, there were many sweet decks, but there was one that caught my eye. This is a Mardu Burn list by Warren Woodward. And you might be wondering, what is the Black Splash for? Well, it has two amazing cards. The first is Bump of the Night, which is Lava Spike with Flashback, but the more important card is Orcish Bowmasters. But what the biggest concern is the fact that we are adding a third color, which will make this deck less consistent. But this is not going to stop us from taking this Mardu Burn list through a League of Modern and seeing how powerful it really is. Match 1, we're on the draw, and our hand looks great. They go turn 1 swap, and we top deck a Goblin Guide. What a great draw. We'll play 1 and attack in, revealing a Night's Whisper. So this is probably mono black. Ooh, and they play out a Demolition Field, casting a Night's Whisper against us. Yikes. And we top deck a Bloodsign Mire. We're not going to play it out yet. We'll play a Goblin Guide, attack in for 4, showing Relic twice, and then we're going to cast a Skewer after combat. And they're already down to 9 with a Skull Crack in our hand. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. They play out a Coffers into a March for 3, gaining 3. Another Searing Blaze, not a great draw. We'll attack in with our Guide. And we still haven't given them a land. Good job. Oh, I meant to cast the Skewer. Whatever, it's okay. They cast a Blood Chief's Thirst, killing our Guide, then play out a Relic. And on their end step, we will play out a Skull Crack. We find another Mesa, we'll play one out, fetch out a Mountain, and then cast out our Skewer on them. All right, come on, creature. They untap, popping the Relic into another Relic, and we find a Boros Charm, so that should be lethal. Easy. Let's get on to sideboarding. For sideboarding, we're going to take out 4 Searing Blades and 2 Spikes for 3 Sanctifiers and 3 Rolling Vortex. Game 2, this is a tad bit risky, but I'm keeping. They go turn 1 swamp, and we find a land. We'll play out our Goblin Guide and attack in. They still have not gotten a land. I love you, Goblin Guide. They play a field. We find a third land. We'll attack in with the Guide. Oh my god, what are we doing to them? And they cast a March, exiling Damnation, gaining 3. So we'll play our land into Sanctifier. They play an Urborg. We top another Vortex. So we will play out one of the Vortexes, then attack in for 2. And after that, we will Skewer them. In response, they use a Demolition Field, so we'll pick up a Mountain. And since they did this in our second main, we will also fire off a Spike. And they play out a One Ring, drawing a card right away. We find a Boros Charm, we'll play out another Vortex. And since they have protection, there's no point in attacking. On their upkeep, they take 2 off Vortex and 1 off the One Ring. They play out a Shieldred. We find another land, we lose 2 life off Shieldred. We'll play out our Mire and attack in for 2. Then we will fire off a Boros Charm, killing 4 to them. And they should die on their upkeep here. And they scoop it up. Let's get on to match 2. Match 2, we are on the play, and this hand is insanely powerful. We'll go turn 1 Vantage into a Guide, and we'll attack in. Please don't. Oh, we finally gave someone a land. Whoa, they shock in a Watery Grave and cast a Push on our Guide. We find a Skull Crack. We will fetch Shock out of Blood Crypt, fire off our Bump, and then we'll fire off our Skewer. Oh, and we're up against Mill. I did not expect that one. They play out a Crab into an island that we knew about, milling us for 3. We find another land. We'll play that out, passing to the opponent. They fire off a Visions of Beyond in our instep, so we will flash in a Bowmasters, and we'll shoot them for 1. Then they draw 3, and we'll deal all of them to them, and we'll fire off a Bolt now. They play out another Ruan Crab into a third Crab, and a fetch land. Maybe they can win this one. And before they mill us, they take out our Boros Charms with a Surgical, conceding from the game. So let's get on to sideboarding. I'm going to trim all 4 Bowmasters and Lava Spike for 2 Exquisite Firecrap and 3 Rolling Vortex. Game 2, our starter looks quite strong. Opponent goes turn 1 land into a Crab. We find a Vantage. We will fetch Shock out of Blood Crypt and fire off a Bump. They play out a field and do nothing else. We find another Bump. We'll play out our Vantage and fire off a Searing Blaze on the Crab. And on the end step, they cycle a Fractured Sanity, milling us for 4. And they fire off a Tasha's Hideous Laughter, only exiling 14. We find another Blaze. We'll play out our Vortex, and then play out a Canyon. They play out a Crab, playing out a Fetch, milling us for 3. And fetching out another Island, then firing off a field on our Blood Crypt. So we'll pick up a Mountain. And on their end step, we'll fire off our Searing Blaze. Ooh, Goblin Guide, good one. We'll attack in for 2, revealing a Crab, and then we'll fire off our Skewer. And we'll shock in our Sacred Foundry, so we can activate our Canyon. They play out a Crab into a Watery Grave, milling us for 3. And nothing else here, so we're just going to take a draw step. Find another Sunbaked Canyon, we'll crack one. Finding a Lava Spike, so we'll play out our Canyon, and then we'll Lava Spike them. Easy dubs. Let's get on to match 3. Match 3, we're on the draw, and our hand's a little weak, but we will keep. They go turn 1 Island, and Bloodstained Mire's not a bad draw. We'll play out a Vantage into a Swift Spear, attacking in for 1. Whoa, we're up against a Spectral Sailor deck? I just don't even know what to say. Oh my god, that's so good. Alright, well, that's going to be a tough one to beat. We'll play out another Swift Spear, and I think we're going to make a bluff here. Even though this looks a little strange, we're going to attack in with the team. Let's see if they call our bluff. Please don't. Oh, they didn't, thank god. They play out a Cavern into a Wander, attacking in for 3. Oh my god, more lands. We'll play out our Bloodstained Mire, fetch Shocking, then attacking with our Swift Spears, and we'll just hold up our Orcish Bowmasters. And on the end step, they flash in a Rattle Chains, and we are going to try and kill that in response, and that ends up happening. Oh no, Drogsoul Captain is a terrifying one, and they attack in for 8. Wow, Searing Blaze was a fantastic draw. We'll play out our land, fire off a Searing Blaze. Oh my god, wait, this is 2 separate targets because of Mariner? Oh my god, that's so good. I guess I don't even know. I think we're just dead here. Yeah, I just don't even think we can pay for this. So I guess we're gonna have to hope that we lava spike them and it works. Yep, we'll lava spike them. Paying for the one. Yeah, and this isn't even lethal even if they don't block, so we'll scoop it up and get onto sideboarding. We're gonna bring in Assyrian Blood for it and Orcish Bowmasters. Game 2, our 7 is ridiculously powerful. We'll go turn 1 Vantage into a Swift Spear, attacking in for 1. They go turn 1 Coast into a Vial, and we top deck a Bowmasters with a Great Draw. We'll Fetch Shock into Blood Crypt, bolt the opponent, and then fire off a Skewer, attacking in for 3. No, please. Ugh, Sanctifier's annoying, but not the end of the world. Another Bowmaster's not bad. So we'll pass back to the opponent. They play out a Strand Passing, so we'll flash into Bowmasters, pinging them for 1. And a land's a good draw. We'll play that, holding up Bowmasters again. They activate their Vial, putting in a Rattle Chains. They attack in for 2 with their chains, and on their end step, we'll fire off another Bowmasters. Find another land, we'll play it, and attack in with the team. And before blocks, they activate a Vial, putting in a Skyclave, and they make these blocks going down to 6. I don't really want to fire off the burn spells, but I don't think they have a Spell Queller. Yeah, I don't know. I think they should have fired that off if we had it, so I'm going to go for lethal here. But they do have the Queller. They play out a Draw School Captain. Okay, so we got to top deck a burn spell. And if they have another Spell Queller, well, we're just kind of screwed. Come on, burn spell. That works. We'll fire off a bump. No, please, no, please. Unreal. Okay, well, we still have a chance. No, wait, we don't have another black source to go get, do we? Oh, what a crazy game. Well, I guess we'll kill ourselves, and we are finally taken down by a Spirits player. So let's get on to match number 4. Match 4, we're on the draw, and our hand looks fine. Oh my god, are we up against Spirits again? Okay, we're up against humans this time. They go turn 1 Sentinel. We find another land, we'll play our Cliffs into a Swift Spear, and we'll attack in for 1. They attack in for 1, and miss a land drop. Wow. Well, let's play out a mountain and attack in for 1. And on their upkeep, we might as well as fire off the Bowmasters, and we'll ping down their Sentinel. And in response, they cast a Shining Shoal, saving their Esper Sentinel, and then they play out a Champion of the Parish. Ooh, another Swift Spear for us. We'll play that into a land, attacking it with a team, and no blocks from them. We're not going to fire off any burn spells. As long as they're missing land drops, I don't think there's any rush. They play a Maria the Skyclave into a Thalia's Lieutenant, pretty good one. Ooh, another Bowmasters for us. We'll play out our Sunbay Canyon, then we'll fire off a Skullcrack on them, and they do get to draw a card off the Sentinel. Then we'll fire off a Skewer into another Skewer, and we'll just attack in with the 2 Swifties. They evoke out a Solitude, taking out one of our Swifties, and they go for a double block. We're going to take out the Champion and leave the Sentinel. They play out a Plains into a Thraben, into another Lieutenant, pretty good board state for them, and they attack in with the team. We will chump block with the work. All I needed is a burn spell to win this one. Find a Goblin Guide, not it, and we find a Bolt, so we'll kill them, not paying for the Sentinel. So let's get on to sideboarding. We'll take out a Goblin Guide for Assyrian Blood. Game 2, our hand's a little risky, but we will keep. Oh my god. Well, I think we can't win this game. I don't even know what to say. Alright, we'll play out a Mesa. They play a Mutavault into a Thalia. We find another Boros Charm. We'll play out our land passing. They play out a Sentinel, so we're going to fire off Bolt, killing the Thalia. And they animate Mutavault, attacking us for 2. We find a fetch land, so we'll play that out. They attack in for 1, playing out another Sentinel. We find a Goblin Guide. Guess we'll play it out as a blocker. They play out a Canopy, cracking it right away. And they attack in with the Sentinels. We will block 1. And they have an Aganjo. And this is fine, because I think the only way we're actually winning this game is by getting a Bowmasters and making them draw cards. So we'll fetch on the end step and crack our Canopy. Nothing good for us. I guess we're playing out our Mesa. They animate Mutavault, attacking with the team. We'll fetch out a mountain. And then Syrian Blaze the Mutavault. Oh, wait, what? I can't even... Oh my god. Alright, I'm conceding. Let's get on to game 3. Game 3, we're going to bring in a Goblin Guide for a Skewer. Game 2, our hand's a little too weak. It's like a basically mull to 5, so a mull. And our 6 is also a little too weak, so we're going down to 5. Yep, and this looks fine. We'll put back a land and a Lava Spike. They do have a ley line. Oh, they have double ley line. Alright, well, come on, creatures. We'll go turn 1 Cliffs into a Goblin Guide, and we do give them a Cavern. They play a Plains, doing nothing. We'll play at our Swift Spear into our Foothills, attacking in for 3, showing them a Thalia, and they do run out Thalia's Lieutenant. Boros Charm's not a bad one. We'll tag into the team, and I guess we'll give our Swift Spear double strike. They're down to 9. Maybe we can win this one. Unlikely, but oh, they have an Adeline. I think we're losing this one. They attack with their Thalia, getting a trigger off of their Adeline. And we find another Canyon. We'll crack one of them, finding yet another land. And yeah, we're just not beating the double ley line start. So let's concede and get on to match number 5. We are on the play for match 5, and this hand looks insane. We'll go turn 1 Cliffs into a Guide, and we reveal a Dothy to the opponent. So I'm assuming this is a scam. They go turn 1 Mana Confluence into a Selfless Savior. What the? We top deck a Boros Charm, we'll fetch Shock, and then play out 2 Swift Spears. And we reveal a Recruiter. Not sure what we're up against here. They play out a Gemstone Mine and do nothing. We find a Bowmasters. We'll attack in with our team. Revealing a Gut Shot. I'm so lost. And they do flash in a Bowmasters before blocks, pinging our Goblin Guide. And they do make a block. So after that, we will Boros Charm them, dealing 4 to them. And they're down to 4. And opponent doesn't do anything. We find another land, so we will fetch Shock and a Blood Crypt, play out a Bump of the Night, and then we'll cast another bump, and opponent scoops it up. Let's get on to sideboarding. And I have zero clue what we're up against here, so we're going to take a Lava Spike for Searing Blood. Game 2, our hand's a little too slow, so we're going to mull. And our 6 looks much stronger. We'll put back a bump. Oh my, come on. This is unreal. Come on. Well, at least we have a lot of creatures. We draw land, we'll fetch out a mountain, and go turn 1 guide. What? We're playing against Flump? What is this? I have no clue what's going on. They play out a Flump. Well, at least we found another Swiftspear, so we'll fetch shock and play out 2 Swifties and attack in with the team. And we do give them a mana confluence. They cast a Gut Shot on their Flump, and we draw a card. Okay. Into a Teferi. What is going on? Bouncing our guide. We find a Syrian Blaze, which does nothing, so we'll play at our Bowmasters, and I guess we can keep pinging this over and over, drawing cards, which is cool. Okay, so we get to draw a card, ping it again, draw a card, ping it again. Wait, this is actually kind of sick. And then we will kill it with the last trigger, and then shoot the Teferi, play out our Vantage, and cast a guide, attacking in with the team. And opponent does get a mine, but they're up to 10 cards in hand, so I don't think it'll be that important. They play out a Plains into a Selfless Savior. So I guess the point of their deck is to like sack this to protect Flump and draw a bunch of cards. And then maybe they have like a Thassa's Oracle or something. I don't know. This is a crazy deck. Yeah, and they play another Flump. I guess I'm going to have fun with them. Let's see what's going on. Guess we might as well play out another Bowmasters and see what happens. And we are 100% targeting Flump. I don't really care. Probably the wrong play, but this looks so much fun. I'm curious if they're going to protect it or if not. And they do sack the Selfless Savior. Let's go. Let's make a huge army. Oh my god, all the triggers. And after a few triggers, we have 18 cards in hand. So we'll play out a Swiftspear, play out a Canyon, and attack in with the team. And they reveal it to Teferi. And before damage happens, we will fire off a bolt on our army, giving prowess to all of our Swiftspears. Oh, and they scoop it up. What a fantastic league. That was just a fun one overall. So overall, this deck was super cool. I think Bowmaster was a great addition, and it actually has given me a lot of cool ideas for brews in the future. But anyways, I hope you all enjoy the video. Please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.